So
So
you'll
Anubhab, पहली
start.
चीज तो ये thank you very much for accepting the invitation.
Thank you.
Finally you are here. I see all your reels. बहुत बढ़िया कंटेंट डिलीवर कर रहे हो, एकदम मस्त.
Thank you. Thank you.
Which is very challenging at times for people who are traditional astrologers. या
Yes.
ये सो जो सुनते आए हैं या ये बोल सकते हैं ना, यूट्यूब एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स का एक जो बहुत चल रहा है कि इफ यू गोइंग गोना टाइप समथिंग तो एकदम लाइन से सेम सिमिलर चीजें आ जाएंगे. सो ये बहुत हार्ड हो जाता है समटाइम फॉर पीपल एंड न्यू बिगनर स्पेशली टू नो कि कहाँ से शुरू करना है, या what is the right source from where to start, whom to approach to understand.
Yes. Toughest.
So this is the thing. And I really liked your research on marriage.
Oh,
I think
thank you.
I've commented on that. You have shared that for second marriage ke liye, some combination. You did some research on
Yeah.
charts.
And did you look at the Angelina Jolie research?
Yes,
Okay.
I commented on that
Okay.
particular. वो रील डाला था आपने, रील था या कुछ स्क्रॉल में था, आई डोंट नो. इंस्टाग्राम, आई एम नॉट दैट एक्टिव ऑन द इंस्टाग्राम. तो वो बहुत अच्छा रिसर्च था. फॉर अ मोमेंट आई इनफैक्ट लाइक, मैंने कहा व्हाई इज कंसिडर दिस उपापद से एट, व्हाई इज कंसिडर सेकंड, व्हाई
Yep.
इज नॉट कंसिडरिंग नाइन्थ. व्हाट इज द रीजन, हाउ टू डिफरेंशिएट कि नाइन्थ कब कंसिडर करना है, सेकंड कब कंसिडर करना है.
Absolutely.
So that is seen from Rashi chart.
Yeah, so I'll start with the marriage prospect, as you said, and
Hmm.
as you requested that I talk on Navamsha, the D9 chart, right? So I'll be breaking many myths about the D9 chart, and I will give you tons of techniques today about the D9 chart.
Oh
Okay?
wow.
So, पहली बात, marriage, the experience of the marriage कि मेरा marriage कैसा होगा, ठीक है? That is seen from the seventh house of the D1 chart and the seventh house of the D9 chart. ओके, तो अगर मेरे सेवेंथ हाउस के D9 चार्ट में, मेरे D9 के सेवेंथ हाउस में अगर मंगल बैठा है, ठीक है, सो झगड़ा बहुत ज्यादा होगा. And as we know, the Mars 7 is the most dangerous Manglik position. Mars 7 and Mars 8, these two are very dangerous, right? They break most of the marriages. So first of all, let's come to the first principle of the D9 chart, right? D9 chart, 8th house shows the longevity of the first marriage. Okay. So if you have one exalted planet in the 8th house of the D9 chart, most probably your marriage will last for a very long time. So
Exalted planet
in the 8th house of the D9 chart.
in
Right?
D9 chart. Okay.
Yeah, because 7th house of the D1 chart shows the experience of the marriage, and 7th house of the D9 chart also shows the experience of the marriage apart from sexuality. So D9 chart का जो 7th house है वो दर्शाता है कि हमारा sexuality क्या होगा. Okay, and it is also showing the experience of the first marriage. Okay, so second from it is the sustenance of the first marriage. So D1 का 8th house और D9 का 8th house दोनों important है, especially D9 का 8th house. अभी D9 8th lord अगर बली है, अगर केंद्र में है, तो वो मैरिज लंबा चलेगा, ठीक है.
Okay.
अगर नीच का है तो उसमें प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगे, ठीक है. Now this is a very interesting principle, coming from a very ancient tradition of Bengal, right? Which is that if your 8th lord of the D9 chart is conjoined a node, Rahu or Ketu, then the marriage lasts till the day you are alive. So basically, it lasts a lifetime.
Okay.
Okay, so if,
This is very, I mean, mentioning about Rahu Ketu, it
yeah,
always create fear when it
yeah,
comes to marriage. भी वो लोगों के दिमाग में बहुत डर बैठा हुआ है कि राहु केतु का जहां पे भी कनेक्शन आएगा सेवेंथ लॉर्ड के साथ, D9 में 1/7 के एक्सिस में, it will create trouble.
yeah,
And this is the very first time somebody is telling me that
yeah,
D9 का 8th lord के साथ में अगर राहु का कंजंक्शन हो जाएगा तो it will
any node,
make.
any node, then the marriage will last a lifetime.
Okay.
Okay, that's fantastic, right? Right? And let's say दैट मरकरी का महादशा कितने सालों का होता है? 17 सालों का.
हाँ
So if you have Mercury in Virgo in the D9 eighth house,
हाँ.
okay, then you can expect 18 into 3, three times the longevity of the marriage. So 18 into 3, right? So 18 into 3 is 54. So the marriage will at least last 54 years, at least.
Okay.
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 So principle.
So
So that's
is
why,
it like, just give me a moment. My,
yeah,
अच्छा,
sure,
डॉग
sure.
को हम केतु कंसिडर करेंगे, राहु कंसिडर करेंगे
Oh,
फॉर.
I'll come to that. I'll come to that. I'll come. That's very interesting.
माय
I'll come.
केतु इज हियर.
Okay, 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 Ketu is here. So
हाँ
basically the friendly dogs, the
हाँ.
house dogs are Mercury, not Ketu. Okay?
हाउस डॉग इज मर्क्यूरी, इट्स नॉट
Yeah,
केतु.
it's not Ketu. And the police dogs are Ketu.
पुलिस डॉग्स आर केतु. ओके.
So I had this confusion and I asked Gemini Pandits for that.
सो यू मीन टू से लाइक, ये घर वाला जो डॉग है, पेट डॉग
Hmm.
इज मर्क्यूरी,
Yeah, that's
इट्स
why he's
नॉट
very
केतु.
friendly. Yeah, no, it's not Ketu. So I was very confused with the fact. Then I asked the most trusted
And
sources.
where we can find the references for it, like in which
You will
scripture?
find the references from the traditions of Raj Jyotishis.
Hmm. Sorry.
From the traditions of Raj Jyotishis.
Okay, tradition of
No,
Raj
no, no.
Jyotish.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
have to look into the traditions of Bengal and Odisha and all those traditions. Then you will find it. So
Oh.
what I generally do whenever I have that kind of doubt, I will generally ask Jaimini Pandits for that. Okay.
Hmm.
So I asked someone that, so ma'am, what is actually Ketu? Is it a dog? So she told me, no, no, no. Dogs are actually Mercury, not Ketu. I was like, what? जब से मैंने ज्योतिष सीखना स्टार्ट किया तब से मैंने यही सुना है कि डॉग्स आर केतु एंड फीड द ब्लैक डॉग टू एमिडी केतु, राइट? फीड द
Yeah.
फिश. So then I did a little bit of research. Okay, Ketu is the wireless technology, right? Ketu is the wireless technology, right? And ये हमारा घ्राण शक्ति बताता है, ठीक है? It is the senses. Okay, so yes, dogs do have a significant amount of K2 energy in them, but they also have a significant amount of Mercury energy in them because they're very friendly. They're very
Hmm.
friendly. So the house dogs will have 20% K2 energy, 80% Mercury energy. The police dogs will have 20% Mercury energy and 80% K2 energy.
And what about street dogs?
They are having 60% of K2 energy. So if you want to remedy K2, you need to feed street dogs.
Not home dog.
Not
Okay.
no, no street
Okay.
dogs. Okay,
Okay. 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 That's good.
okay. So
And
now,
like, and
second thing,
when street dog become your pet dog,
then it's Mercury energy.
so that like Ketu turning Mercury.
Yeah, Ketu turning into Mercury. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
Or like
yes.
there must be some connection between Ketu and Mercury, or Ketu
Ketu and Mercury
Gemini.
में कोई कनेक्शन ढूंढना बहुत मुश्किल है क्योंकि है नहीं. To be very honest.
Acha.
Okay.
Okay.
One connection you can find is Ketu is mathematics. Okay.
हाँ.
So D9 के त्रिकोण में अगर केतु बैठ गया अग्नि राशि में, that person is a math genius. Okay. Also that person becomes very good in Jyotish calculations. Okay. And Mercury is the logical intelligence. Okay. That's why हम coding को देखते हैं Mars Mercury से. So if someone is having Mars Mercury combination near the trines of the D9 chart, then the
Hmm.
person is good at computer programming.
Okay.
And Mars Ketu connection, genius in mathematics and computer programming. Okay.
तो
So
ओवरऑल D9 चार्ट हम किस किस पर्पस के लिए देखते हैं?
everything you can look at it for your career, क्योंकि आप अपने आत्मा कारक को D9 चार्ट में लेके जाओ. So maybe it is sitting in Aries. Your आत्मा कारक, maybe your आत्मा कारक is
It
sitting
is
in
in
Aries.
Aries only.
So Mercury आत्मा कारक loves to read, feels like a child, does not want to become a guru, loves to be a student, right? And
Yes, I always
then,
say I'm a student.
yeah,
I'm
you
your
always have
student.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And then your Mercury is in Mesha in Navamsha, right? Right. So
Yeah.
basically, Mesh becomes your Karakamsha. Now you look at trines from Mesha. So that will be Leo and Sagittarius. So that will
Sagittarius.
become, so वहाँ पे जो planets बैठे होंगे वो आपके natural qualities होंगे. So if you are
Okay.
having Leo trines from, if you are having Leo trines from Mesha, right?
हाँ.
So you will be having leadership qualities because
So
that is
that's
Lord of
like Jupiter and Sun. Okay.
yeah,
Makes
wisdom and
sense.
yeah, right, yeah. And
Makes
वहाँ पे
sense.
अगर कोई planet बैठ गया, your soul will have that kind of intelligence.
Hmm.
Hmm?
So
Now,
like trine with Mercury, it's Sun and Jupiter.
yes.
Mercury is with Moon. So like these are
So
the four
इतिहास,
planets.
Mercury and Moon means itihas and medicine. So you'll be interested in both itihasa and medicine, Ayurveda, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So okay, so now we know that you are a Mesha Karakamsha. Okay, so your Karakamsha is in Mesha. Now to find out the Ishta Devata, you look 12th from it. So 12th from it is lorded by Brihaspati, right?
hmm, hmm.
Brihaspati. What is Brihaspati in your Navamsha? Which Rashi?
It's in Leo.
It's in Leo, right? So you can worship Vaman Avatar because Vaman Avatar will be your Ishta Devata.
Okay, I have a question here.
Yeah.
So, uh, it's like 12th from your Atma Karaka in D9. What is
Yes.
more important, the Lord of that house or the planet which is situated in that house?
If there is a planet 12th from the Atma Karaka in the Navamsha, okay, then that planet is your Ishta Devata. If not, then you check the Lord.
Okay, okay. So first we are going to look to the planet which
Yes.
is situated 12th.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, makes
So that
sense.
is the Ishta Devata. If not, if that planet is severely damaged. So let's say for an instance that your Jupiter is damaged because it is conjoined Rahu in the Navamsha. Let's say, I know it is not. Let's say,
Hmm.
then it's a Rahu Guru combination. Then there is lots of maleficence. Then you come to the fifth house of the Divan chart and worship that Lord.
Okay, okay. So basically what people do, they look for the fifth house in D1 first and then
Yeah.
they jump to D9.
Oh, you should do the reverse.
It should be reverse. Okay.
You should do the reverse. Okay, because Ishta means solution to everything. Okay,
East is the one who solution. Okay.
solution to everything,
हाँ मतलब
and
ये
you.
बहुत बहुत जनरल क्वेश्चन है अनुभव.
Hmm.
People not aware about their Ishta Deva. I mean, I know we are
Hmm.
going off topic, but
No, no,
still,
no. We are on the
it is
topic.
the
This is
part. Yeah, it is
Navamsha.
part of Namash only. So because we are going to get the solution from D9 here.
Yeah.
So generally, people are not aware who are their Ishta Devata or
Yeah.
Kula Devata,
Oh, Kuladevata is the second lord of the D20 chart.
second lord of the
D20.
D20 chart.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
people jump on directly on second lord of the D1 chart.
No, 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 not D1 chart. No,
Okay.
second lord of the D20 chart.
Okay. So
Yep.
can you just simplify it in a way if there is any planet which Devata is going to become?
I'll tell you the entire logic. So let's say that if you want to find your Ishta Devata, so my Atma Karaka is Venus, and Venus is in Cancer in the D9 chart, right?
Okay.
So 12 from it, I have Ketu and Mercury. Okay. So because I have Ketu and Mercury in Gemini, so I will choose my Ishta Devata as Sri Vishnu.
Okay. Because of Mercury and Ketu?
Mercury in Ketu. But even though I can choose Sada Shiva, I'm not going into that much detail because then
Hmm.
you have to look the Deshkanas, all that. I'm not going into that detail today. Okay, let's say Sri Vishnu is my
Hmm.
Ishta Devata. Okay, so I'll just choose a Sharakshari or a Ashtakshari or a Dwaradakshari Vishnu mantra. Sharakshari Vishnu mantra, Om Vishnave Nama, right? And Ashtakshari Vishnu mantra, Om Namo Narayanaya, right? Dwaradakshari Vishnu mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I mean, it's the mantra of the Vasudev, avatar of Vishnu, right? So I can choose that, right? Now, let's say that I want to find my Kula Devata, my family deity, Kula Devata. Then I will directly go to my D20 chart and I will look for the second house. Okay, if let's say there is Mars in the second house of the D20 chart, then I know it's Lord Hanuman.
It's not. It is
Okay?
Hanumanji then.
Hanuman.
But
But if Mars is in Leo, then I might just choose Narasimha Avatar.
Narsimha.
Yeah. Easy. So let's say now I have Sri Hanuman and I am having a career problem.
And if it is Mars in Libra, then some lead Devi.
Then you can choose some Ugra Devi. Okay?
Ugra Devi. Ugra
Ugra
Devi.
Devi. And you can choose Bagalamukhi for that.
Bagalamukhi.
Even though Saturn plus Mars is Bagalamukhi, but
It's
for
Mars
Mars,
Mercury in Libra, then it's uh, can we say
choose.
it's huh?
Yeah, you can choose
Tri-
any Mahavidya.
Tripura Sundari?
Tripura Sundari is only Mercury. Only Mercury at its
Only
purest.
Mercury. Okay.
Yeah. Only Mercury at its purest form, and Mercury should be in a Sattvic Rashi.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can chant Om, I'm Claim Sau. Okay. So that is
Okay.
the.
So there is one more question arising from here
Yeah.
that we cannot chant mantra just like that if it is not initiated by any guru?
You can. You
We
can.
can.
You can. You can.
Okay.
Okay. You can chant. So basically, the job of a guru. So what is initiation? So we want to burn our sanchita karma. So maybe I have 15 lives left. Okay. But I want to complete it within 10. I don't want to live this painful life 5 more times. I want to complete within 10 lives. Okay. So I will go to my Diksha Guru. My Diksha Guru will look at my ninth house, my Guru Devata. Okay. And then he will give me a mantra of my ninth house. Okay. How to find that? So Bhatri Karaka is the Guru. Okay.
Okay.
The planet with the third highest degree. So if you look at your Bhatri Karaka in the Navamsha, you pick that Graha. That becomes your Guru. And let's say whoever your Guru is, in that person's chart, your Bhatri Karaka planet should be very strong. Okay. For instance, I have Mars as Bhatri Karaka in the eighth house. So whoever will be able to teach me, should have a very strong Mars.
Okay.
You understand my point? So I have a weak Sun. I have Sun in the sixth house. Now, if someone has Sun as Bhatri Karaka, okay, that person will struggle to learn from me because my Sun is in the sixth house in the D1 and 12th house in the D9. So it's very weak. That's why. You got my point?
Okay.
Now there is one more devata called Palana devata,
Hmm.
which is for your job. So you look at your Amatya Karaka in the Navamsha. So you pick your Amatya Karaka from the D1 chart, see in which Rashi it is placed.
Hmm.
Okay. In the Navamsha, look sixth from it. Okay.
Okay.
If sixth from it, there is a beautiful Venus. Lakshmi is your Palana Devi. So any Lakshmi mantra, Lakshmi puja will help you in your job. Easy.
Okay. What if your
Easy.
Palan Devata and Ishta Devata is common?
It's common. Then it's like in Bengali we say Shona and Shohaga. It's like double whammy. So it's good.
मतलब एक ही के पास जाना, इधर उधर नहीं भटकना है.
या एक ही जन से दो काम हो गया मेरे
एक
से
ही को
basically.
पकड़ लो. Okay. And what Ketu and Saturn makes? Is it Shiva?
Ketu and Saturn. So basically, you can choose any root of Ganesh if you want. If Ketu is stronger, if Saturn is stronger, then you can choose any root of Dakshina Kali or Ma Kali, right?
अच्छा. Okay.
Right. If both of them are equally strong, let's say both of them are in Pisces, both of them are good. Varamedia says Pisces Saturn is good. I don't think so. So
Hmm.
basically, then you can choose Shiva. Okay.
Okay.
Then you can choose actually, because it is in Pisces. You can choose the Triambakeshwar. You,
Triambakeshwar.
yeah, you can just do a Mahamrityunjaya mantra. It will be very effective. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivartanam.
So how we have like made this conclusion that we can choose Triambakeshwar, or I mean
Because the Pisces Jyotirling, the Meena Jyotirling, is connected
ach
to the Triambakeshwar. That's why. So the Mahamrityunjaya mantra comes from there because it is dedicated to Venus, and so Earth rotates from west to east, right? That's
hmm,
why the
hmm.
sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So
हाँ.
Venus's spin is opposite.
Okay.
So that's why Venus has the power to reverse time. So all the Mrityunjaya and longevity mantras come from Shukra. Okay, and Shukra gets exalted in Meena. So that's why Meena, the Jyotirling that is connected to Meena, is basically Triambakeshwar Jyotirling.
Triambakeshwar.
That's why
Okay.
Om Triambakam Yajamahe. So it's fantastic.
Okay. So like if we are not able to find out any specific devata,
Hmm.
just for the layman,
Hmm.
one can choose the Jyotirling associated with that Rashi.
Yes. Yes. No, not all
No?
that. No, not all that. Okay.
Okay. So that is in special cases only.
That is in special cases. Yeah.
Okay. So
But it's
the
always let's say that you want some boost in your job, and let's say your 10th lot from the moon in the D1 chart. It's not 10th, no, not 10th lot. Your 10th lot from the moon on the of the D1
10th
chart.
Lord from the moon
Yeah, because that's how we see profession.
in D1 chart.
In D1 chart is sitting in Mesha, Ramesh. So Mesha, right? Mesha Rashi, right? So you need to go to Rameshwar Jyotirling for that. Rameshwar Jyotirling.
Okay.
That was
And
established
this
by
is
Sri
this is
Ram.
why we are taking 10th Lord from moon. Why
So
not from
basically,
ascendant?
Jaimini, Maharishi Jaimini, by following Maharishi Jaimini and by following Kalyan Verma, the writer of the book Sharavali. we know that profession should be seen by checking 10th from the moon and
10th
coronation.
from the moon. And
Yeah, because moon is the society and you take a job from the society. That's why 10th from the moon, right? So that is the
okay,
first, right?
that's
Yeah.
good
So there is a
sense.
misconception that
Huh.
Jupiter is society. Jupiter is not society. Jupiter is the temple, not society. Moon is the society. Okay. So you check. So it's clearly written in Sharavali. We check 10 from the moon, and my research has been 10 from the moon, and I predict career with 98% accuracy. So I will say,
Mm.
"Oh, you are an architect." Yes, I'm an architect. Sir, I'm an architect. Yes, how did you know this? Yeah. So it's not
that
me.
that's 10th from moon.
Yeah, so I'll tell you. So 10th from the moon in the second house, finance, family, food. 10th from the moon in the third house, independent business, marketing, communication. 10th from the moon in the fourth house, real estate, interior design. 10th from the moon in the fifth house, astrologer, stock market. 10th from the moon in the sixth house, activist. Okay, banker.
Mm.
Banker, NGO. 10th from the moon in the seventh house, business. 10th from the moon in the eighth house. If it is Mars, then surgeon. If it is other planets like Jupiter, astrologer. Stock market, insurance. 10th lord from the moon in the ninth house, teacher, consultant, coach. 10th lord from the moon in the 10th house, high position in corporate. 10th lord from the moon in 11th house, event management, event
तो
organization.
बेसिकली लॉर्ड देखना है. 10th
10th lord from the moon in
मून से 10th का जो
the,
लॉर्ड है वो जहां पे भी जा रहा है
exactly.
वो लॉर्ड पकड़ना है हमको.
या पर उसके भी पहले हम शुरू करते हैं पंचांग से. फर्स्ट लुक एट द कार्नेशन. Okay,
ठीक है.
let's say you are Gadija Karana, lorded by Brihaspati, and
हाँ.
Brihaspati is in Makara,
हाँ.
right? And your Brihaspati is in the Makara, unless you are Scorpio ascendant, Brihaspati is in Makara in the third house,
हम्म.
right? So it is debilitated in the third house, and your 10th lord from the moon is also in Martian sign, right? In the Martian sign. So Mars plus Saturn का energy आ गया यहाँ पे. So that person can become a architect.
आर्किटेक्ट मार्स सैटर्न. ओके.
Also, Venus Saturn is also architect. Okay,
हम्म.
and because it is in the
वो
third
थोड़ा
house,
इंटीरियर डिजाइनिंग के साइड में ज्यादा हो जाएगा.
Venus. That is
वीनस का
Venus.
इंक्लूजन.
So basically, 10th lord from the moon is Venus. Venus sits in the fourth house. आग बंद करके क्या तो interior design, home decor, the person will be extremely successful.
ये तो सारा हमने D1 से ही देख लिया. D10 का क्या रोल है फिर यहाँ पे?
D10 is the office.
D10 आपका ऑफिस का एनवायरमेंट है.
D10 is the office. So let's say if you have Jupiter in the fourth house of the D10 chart, your आपके ऑफिस में बहुत सारा वुडन काठ का वुडन का बहुत सारा फर्नीचर होगा. Okay, so that's how
ओके.
you say it. So D10 is the office. ऑफिस कि आप ऑफिस से बाहर निकल गए पर आपका ऑफिस तो एग्जिस्ट करता है ना. ठीक है. सो आप जब ऑफिस में जाओगे तब D10 एक्टिवेट होगा. ठीक है.
अच्छा.
So,
ओके.
so
हाँ,
now
ये कि बहुत
now
बड़ा क्वेश्चन था एक्टिवेशन वाला.
now let's say that you work in finance. You have 10th lord from the moon in the D1 chart in the second house in the sign of Mercury. So you work in finance. Okay, fantastic, finance. But finance में क्या? अकाउंटिंग करोगे, कंसल्टिंग करोगे,
हाँ,
या
इट्स
फिर
अ
आप
ह्यूज सेगमेंट.
या फिर आप इंश्योरेंस का काम करोगे, तब हम जाएंगे. So let's say that your 10th lord from the moon in the D1 chart is in the second house in the sign of Mercury. We already know that you are into finance guy. You have done some MBA finance or whatever. Okay, some CA CFA. Now in the D10 chart, the 10th lord is in the 8th house. Wow, I already know that you are into insurances and mortgages and loan department.
रिसर्च
Yeah,
भी हो सकता है, एनालिस्ट भी हो सकता है,
एट
टेक्निकल
हाउस एट हाउस
एनालिसिस.
हमेशा एट हाउस में हमेशा वो लोन डिपार्टमेंट पे जाता है.
लोन डिपार्टमेंट.
Hamisha, mortgage,
हम्म.
loan, sanctioning. If it is in the 12th house, then the person will be working for the Forex department.
फॉरेक्स डिपार्टमेंट. ओके.
Yes. Forex
इफ
department.
इट इज इन
Forex.
सेकंड हाउस देन इट
Then
विल बी कैशियर और
no, the second house is,
फंड.
I think I lost
यस
your video.
यस. इज इट ऑडिबल?
Yes, yes, it is.
यस. या.
ठीक है. तो ऐसे देखेंगे.
वो
ठीक है.
आई मिस्ड आउट सेकंड हाउस का, व्हाट यू वर सेइंग.
या तो सेकंड हाउस होता है पैसे जमाने का हाउस, राइट? तो वो
अच्छा.
वो प्लान करे, वो कॉस्ट कटिंग करेगा.
हम्म.
ठीक है. वो कॉस्ट कटिंग करेगा.
ठीक है.
ठीक है ना. So that's how
ओके.
you predict career with almost 100% accuracy. You will always fail to predict because we are humans. We are not rishis. Right?
लवली.
Yeah.
ओके, कमिंग बैक टू D9.
Coming back to D9, so career के बारे में बात कर रहे थे. D9 10th house has the highest say about your wealth. Highest. Okay. और D9 में 10th house में अगर मंगल आ गया, then technology will be a very big part of your career. Okay.
ओके.
Technology. अगर राहु आ गया, gambling will be a very big part of your career. बृहस्पति आ गया, टीचिंग कोचिंग विल बी अ वेरी गुड पार्ट ऑफ योर करियर. मून आ गया, टेकिंग केयर ऑफ अदर्स. मरकरी आ गया, finances, and if Moon Mercury are together, then medicine. Okay. केतु आ गया, then mathematics, computer programming. राहु आ गया तो automation testing, and
टेक्नोलॉजी।
technology. Rahu is all about hardware, Ketu is the software. Okay.
ओके। और
Ketu.
अगर कोई प्लैनेट नहीं होता है उस केस में, D9
You
के
have to
10th
check
लॉर्ड को
the
क्या?
you have to check the Rashi Drishti, not really Graha Drishti. You have to check the Rashi Drishti and the Lord. So basically,
लॉर्ड
your
जहाँ पे भी जा रहा है।
yeah. So let's say that your D9 10th house has no planets and the Lord is debilitated. Oh, मतलब ये गया, ठीक है? तो basically उससे आप पैसे नहीं कमा सकते. So now you see, okay, maybe Mars and Ketu are having Rashi Drishti over there. If they're having Rashi Drishti, then you know, okay, this person can use technology, computer programming, maybe.
हम्म।
Maybe that person can use some automation. Okay. So that's it.
ओके।
ओके नाउ D9 के लगन को अभी अभी हम D9 पे कोर आते हैं. D9
हम्म।
पे जो लगन है उसको आप 9th हाउस पकड़ सकते हो. ठीक है.
ओके।
9th हाउस. और मैंने पहले ही बताया कि D9 के त्रिकोण से हम बुद्धि को देखेंगे. ठीक है.
ठीक है।
सो D9 के लगन में फर्स्ट 5 एंड 9 में अगर बृहस्पति आ गया देन यू आर लाइक अ नेचुरल टीचर. और D9 के लगन में बृहस्पति आ गया मतलब यू हैव ऑल द नॉलेज टू हैंडल द मैरिज. Intrinsic knowledge. Nobody taught you. You just know it. From past
दैट्स
life,
इनबिल्ट।
इनबिल्ट वो हार्ड ड्राइव पे मून पे सेव्ड है. ओके नाउ अगर वहां पे राहु है यू डोंट हैव एनी एक्सपीरियंस लिटरली. ओके यू आर वेरी
राहु गिव्स
दिमाग.
नो एक्सपीरियंस। ओके।
राहु मीन्स कि हमने पास्ट लाइफ वहां पे काम नहीं किया था सो वी डोंट नो. राहु इज ऑल अबाउट फाइंडिंग योर प्लेस इन द फूड चेन. ओके we don't know. Rahu in the 10th house, I don't know what I have to do, so I will try everything. Okay, I'll
ओके।
try everything. Okay. So, Ketu knows everything but is not interested.
ओके, सो इट्स बेसिकली केतु इज समबडी हु लूज द इंटरेस्ट आफ्टर नोइंग एवरीथिंग।
या सो आपने आपने खाना खाया रात को 11 बजे, आप सो गए, 3 बजे उठे, आप भूल गए कि आपने खाना खाया पर आपको भूख ही नहीं लगा. दैट्स Ketu. Simplest
ओके।
analogy, right?
ग्रेट।
And
नाइस।
spirituality can be a good aspect for Navamsha because Navamsha Lagna fixes your attitude toward the marriage. If you
ओके।
have moon, you are very caring about your partner. If you have Venus, then you like going to restaurants and having fun. Okay. ठीक है आप चाहोगे कि आपके जो पार्टनर है वो अच्छे अच्छे कपड़े भी पहने. And but it is also knowledge. So if you have Venus in the D9 Lagna, so you will be a very good manager because Venus is management. Shukra likes
हम्म।
MBA. Okay. Okay. If you have Mars, problem. Then you behave like a bachelor after marriage.
बिहेव लाइक बैचलर।
Bachelor because Mars is the bachelor.
ओके।
Mars and Mercury are the bachelors. Mercury बच्चा है और Mars is the serious bachelor. No, I choose celibate. I choose to be celibate.
ओके।
Okay, so like living in the barracks. So ये अच्छा नहीं होता है. ठीक है. Saturn, responsibility. Okay.
सो दैट
So
मेक्स द पर्सन रिस्पॉन्सिबल। ओवरऑल उसका इनबिल्ट स्किल्स देखते हैं हम लग्न से।
yeah, Lagna से हम intelligence देखेंगे. Intelligence. ठीक है. Yes, and those becomes our skills. So if Saturn is in the Lagna, then the person is very organized in the D1 chart, in the D9 chart, right? And Saturn in the Lagna in the D9 chart makes a person very good in mathematics also, numbers.
ओके।
Okay, so Ketu is very good for maths. Saturn in the Lagna is very good for maths because this is a concept of the Vara Chakra जिसमें मैं नहीं जा रहा अभी क्योंकि बहुत explain करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ।
Then मंगल है, मंगल is good, right? Moon है तो वो party lover भी होगा. He will love to go to parties. Okay, so
कंफर्ट
that,
बेसिकली।
hmm,
कंफर्ट चाहिए।
moon is like something else. If that moon is in a little bit of Libra or Taurus, then the person loves to party, loves to party. Okay, पहले के दिनों में जो जमींदार होते थे, most of them had moon in Lagna, in the D1.
हाँ।
So that's dangerous. So yeah, so और जो जितने भी enjoyment के योग बनते हैं, जितने भी traveling के योग बनते हैं, सारे चंद्र और शुक्र से बनते हैं.
सारे चंद्र से बनते हैं।
चंद्र शुक्र.
चंद्र और शुक्र।
Chandra Shukra. Okay.
ओके।
So this is one of the finest yogas in astrology. Chandra Shukra yoga, Annapurna yoga, unlimited food. Okay. So if you have Chandra Shukra yoga in the second house in the D1 chart, I say, brother, control the food intake. Otherwise, you will get fat. So
हम्म।
Very dangerous. Okay, I mean, good. So, Abhi, so you can consider the D9 ninth house, D9 first house as the ninth house, right? So you can consider the D9 second house as the 10th house, third house as the 11th house, right? Like that you can consider.
Second house, okay.
So 9,
So
10, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ऐसे
सो
करके
9 से आगे हम ऐसे साइकिल कंसिडर कर सकते हैं.
कर सकते हो, ठीक है. तो बेसिकली तो D9 में जो फिफ्थ हाउस हो गया, तो इट एक्ट्स लाइक द फर्स्ट हाउस.
हम्म.
सो बेसिकली वो नॉलेज देगा, वो प्लेनेट नॉलेज देगा. सो डी नाइन में जो प्लेनेट फर्स्ट फिफ्थ और नाइन्थ में आएगा वो बहुत ज्यादा नॉलेज दे देगा आपको, ठीक है. इफ यू हैव मून इन द ट्राइन्स ऑफ द D9 चार्ट, you will be interested in studying history,
ओके.
especially in the activation age of moon, which is like 24 to 26. Okay, you will love it. अगर राहु आ गया, so राहु will make you an expert in tantra, mantra and yantra and black magic. Okay. अगर केतु आ गया, मैथमेटिक्स. ओके. मरकरी आ गया, फाइनेंसेस एंड कम्युनिकेशन. वीनस आ गया, डेकोरेशन एंड मैनेजमेंट. ठीक है. मंगल
ओके.
आ गया, मार्शल आर्ट्स एंड लीडरशिप. सन आ गया, मार्शल आर्ट्स, लीडरशिप, बट ऑल्सो सन एंड मून ऑल्सो शो what do you call it, music.
हाँ, वाद्य
Hymns.
यंत्र बोलते हैं सूर्य को.
Yeah. Music. Okay. So now we know what we have to see from the trines of the D9 chart. Okay. Similar, same concept you please apply also to the trines of the Karakamsha.
ओके.
Okay. Okay. Now let's come to the maybe the Kendras, right? So 10th house of the 10th house, then we'll come to the Kamas. So 10th house of the D9 chart has the highest say about your wealth. So 10th house, 6th house, and second house has the highest say about your wealth, right? सो बेसिकली जो जैसे मैंने बताया कि 10th हाउस तो बहुत ही अल्टीमेट भाग्य. नवांश 10th हाउस में अगर राजयोग आ गया, आपको कोई रोक नहीं सकता. नो बडी कैन स्टॉप यू. इम्पॉसिबल. ओके. if it has some exalted planet, then it's superb. उसका दशा आपको मिलना चाहिए, ठीक है. कोई भी अंतर प्रत्यंतर में पकड़ लो. तो नवांश में और कौन से प्लेनेट पैसे देते हैं, वो है कि डिस्पोजिटर ऑफ द सन. Okay. So
ओके.
dispositor of the sun, both in D1 and D9, they give money. Okay.
ओके. व्हाई डिस्पोजिटर ऑफ सन?
Because dispositor of the sun is called Suryasha, it is called the bank.
अच्छा.
Bank. तो बेसिकली अगर इसका कनेक्शन 12th हाउस से आ गया, okay, so let's say that you have sun in the 7th house in the D1 chart. In the D1 chart, you have sun in the 7th house, and maybe you are a Mithun Lagna. Okay. So your D9 7th lord is Jupiter, and maybe Jupiter is in the 6th house, aspecting the 12th house. Right? So then you can be very successful in Jupiter Mahadasha in foreign land.
ओके.
The dispositor of the sun should be connected either by Graha Dishti or Rashi Dishti to the 12th house. If we by Graha Dishti, जैसे कि जुपिटर का 5, 9 aspect or 7th aspect होता है, if by Graha Dishti, then in Jupiter Dasha will be successful. If Rashi Dishti, then you don't need Dasha, irrespective of what Dasha you are, you will be successful. Because Rashi Dishti is permanent. Graha Dishti is only in the Dasha. That's why Graha Dishti is not that powerful.
ओके. इसलिए राशि दृष्टि इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाती है.
Hmm. Hmm.
एंड हाउ टू चेक द राशि दृष्टि फॉर
So
पीपल
basically,
हु डू
yeah.
नॉट नो हाउ टू चेक द राशि दृष्टि?
Okay. So let's say that you are a Mesha Lagna, because Mesha is the natural Kalpurush. I give all examples with Mesha. Okay, maybe
हाँ.
because I have Ketu in Mesha, maybe that's why. Okay. So basically, so what happens is that maybe, so basically,
If you
um,
want, I can share the chart. That's not a problem.
oh no problem. Okay, or you can
Not
just share
required.
the blank chart. Okay, but don't worry, I'll just explain. So let's say that all the Chara Rashis, what are the Chara Rashis? The movable signs, which are
हाँ.
Mesha, Karkat, right? Tula, and Makara, right? So they will aspect all the Sthira Rashis,
हाँ.
except the Rashi that is, except the Sthira
Adjacent.
Rashi,
Adjacent
the
to
adjacent
it.
one. So अगर मेष में, so अगर सोच लीजिए कि मेष में अगर आपका मंगल बैठा है, ठीक है, तो वो मंगल टॉरस को छोड़ के बाकी सारे स्थिर राशि को दृष्टि देगा.
Okay.
Now I will tell you the difference. Let's say that you are a Mesha Lagna and you have Jupiter in Kumbha in the 11th house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Jupiter is aspecting the third house, fifth house, and seventh house. Then in the Jupiter Mahadasha, right, you want to become an artist because it is aspecting the fifth house. Oh, I like creativity, I like to watch movies. As soon as the Jupiter Dasha gone, you are not into embroidery and sketching and anything. It's gone.
Uh-huh.
Now let's say that you have so for a Mesha Lagna, Jupiter is in the seventh house in Tula, right? So Tula will aspect the Sthira Rashi, right? So Tula, so Jupiter from the seventh house will aspect the 11th house of Kumbha. So in so irrespective of what you do, you will always have friends who will guide you because Jupiter's Rashi Dishti is in the 11th house. So basically,
Okay.
sometimes you say, I want to become an astrologer. Jupiter is aspecting the fifth house. I want to become an astrologer. Jupiter is aspecting the eighth house. I love occult. Right? But now Jupiter is having a Rashi Dishti on the eighth house. Now your father is an astrologer and he tells you, no, you don't study engineering and medical. You are meant to be a Jyotish. Be a Jyotish. So you're like, okay, I don't have any choice but to study. So it's happening naturally. Nobody's forcing you to. सो राशि दृष्टि मतलब वो तो हो ही जाएगा. आप किसी जॉब पे गए और आपने कभी माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एक्सेल का नाम नहीं सुना पर आपको भी सीखना पड़ेगा, राइट? यू हैव नो चॉइस. बट देन इफ यू हैव अ ग्रह दृष्टि, आई वांट टू लर्न एक्सेल.
Okay. So okay, I got the difference.
यस.
राशि दृष्टि के अंदर आपके आप चाहो या नहीं चाहो वो काम होगा, लेकिन अगर ग्रह भी आ जाएगा तो ग्रह आपको एंथुजियाज्म दे देगा वो करने के लिए.
यस नाउ तो इसका मतलब कि राशि दृष्टि से हम एटीट्यूड को देख पाएंगे, ठीक है? सो नाउ लेट्स से दैट यू आर अ मेषा लग्ना एंड यू हैव फिफ्थ हाउस मार्स केतु. सो मार्स एंड केतु आर हैविंग राशि दृष्टि ऑन द सेवेंथ हाउस. नाउ यू विल
Hmm.
डू डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस because Mars
Okay.
and Ketu are fiery planets who likes to beat the woman.
Uh-huh.
That's how you do horoscope matching. Okay, so I say,
Okay.
oh, no problem, but this guy will beat you. Okay, the woman says, no, 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 he's so good. I say, okay, marry him. I say, no, no, but how can you say marry him? So I'm saying don't marry him. You are saying you want to marry him. After 1 year, comes to me crying, says with marks on her shoulder, she has been beaten. If you see my domestic violence wheel, you will get it. Okay.
So that will be visible in the domestic violence जहाँ होता है वो वाला charts
My
को अगर हम
goodness,
देखते हैं.
domestic violence. If your ascendant lord, seventh lord, or fourth lord, if or seventh lord or fourth lord or ascendant lord are in a graha yuddha, and both are malefics, then expect a domestic violence. So let's say that you are a maybe you are a Makar Lagna, right? And your ascendant lord is Shani and fourth lord is Mangal. They are together in the fourth house. You can fall victim of domestic violence because it is the ascendant lord. You can do domestic violence.
Okay. So Saturn Mars together in seventh house do not. Uh,
Saturn Mars seventh house together, very bad marriage. That's a Yama Yoga. Saturn Mars is Yama Yoga. Yama Yoga in the seventh house is bad. Now, if you look at charts before 1980s, जब ये Facebook वगैरह नहीं थे, तब तो डिवोर्स का कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं था. तब आपको नहीं
hmm.
मिला. But as soon as you come to millennials and Gen Z, divorce. It's clear cut divorce. Okay.
Ah.
But for the longevity of the marriage, you look at the eighth house of the D1 and the D9, and then you check the strength of the eighth house. So even so that's why some people get stuck in the toxic marriage because of the eighth lord strength, and some people are not. So if you want to break your first marriage, so you should worship the Mahavidya of the second lord from the Upapada in the D1 because
Second
second lord of
Lord from the
so your Upapad Lagna.
Upapada.
Yeah, so basically your Upapada Lagna basically is the Lagna of your spouse. So if you
हाँ
want to
ठीक है.
know that, okay, I want to know how my spouse will be, okay, you check the Upapada, you read the chart. Okay. So basically second house from the Upapada Lagna is the longevity of the marriage. If second lord from the Upapada Lagna
Is
is
malefic
debilitated or Marana Karaka in the Navamsha, then the first marriage can break.
in the Navmansha. Okay.
Yeah, but in the D1 also the strength should be required. But if you want to break the first marriage because you are in abusive relationship, then you should worship the Mahavidya of the Ugra Mahavidya of the second Lord planet.
Second from Upapada Lagna.
Yeah. So if you have a maybe Brihaspati, second from Upapad Lagna in the D1 chart, so it's hard to break the marriage. So
Hmm.
but you just worship Tara Devi and you just do the puja of Tara Devi and the marriage can break.
Hmm. Okay, Anubhab, I have a question here. Like, there are people who don't want to break the marriages, but they're
Then they should
suffering.
worship. then they should worship the good deity, the non-Ugra Devi of the planet.
And how we will check it? Second from Upappada Lagna, right?
Yeah, so basically, if let's say there is a Mars, so you can worship Hanuman to not break it. Okay, you can worship Murugan, Kartikeya. Okay, different parts of India, different gods. And then if you want to break it, worship Bagalamukhi.
Okay.
Pray to Ma Bagalamukhi, please break my marriage. My husband beats me. Easy, easy. Once you know the formula, it's easy. Jyotish is like maths. It's like engineering.
Okay.
Okay.
And like there is one of the biggest misconception or myth that D9 is only seen for relationship, or I'll say like people are not much aware about the use of D9 chart.
Yeah.
And what is the role of marriage when it comes to D9? What
So
all planets need to be considered, or what our house need to be considered?
so all the houses needs to be considered, starting from the seventh house. Seventh house is the sexuality. So if
Starting
you
from
are,
seventh house.
yeah,
Okay.
if you are considering the lagna of the D9 chart as the ninth house, then automatically seventh house will behave as if it is the third house, right?
As it will become the
Third house, seventh
third
from nine.
house. Okay.
So basically, we all know that the D1 third house is like 8 from 8. So it is the pada of the 8th house. So that's why we see affairs and sexuality from the third house, okay, of the D1 chart. We see the size of the linga from the third house of the D1 chart also.
Okay.
Interesting, right? So now let's come to the seventh house of the D9 chart. It shows our sexuality. So next, let's come to the Napunsaka Yoga. Okay. So which are the Napunsak planets? Shani,
Mercury,
Jupiter, Mercury,
Saturn.
Ketu. So if Saturn, Mercury, Ketu are together in the seventh house of the D9 chart, the person can be a Napunsaka.
Okay.
Interesting. Interesting. Right? So and similarly, if you have, so let's say just a formula from Maharshi Jaimini. So seventh house sun in the D9 chart, the your spouse will hide something big from the past.
Your spouse will? I think your voice is bit
Okay, sorry.
slow.
So I'll try to speak louder. Okay, so basically, if you have sun in the seventh house of the D9 chart, then something Maharshi Jaimini says something is Gopana, hidden. Okay, so
Some
maybe, yeah, maybe you are dating a guy and that guy might be having another affair, maybe. Okay,
that
that
is
might
seen from seventh house sun.
seventh house sun in the D9 chart. Yes,
D9 chart. Okay.
something is Gopana. Okay, now seventh house of the D9 chart is sexuality, and if you have Ketu, Mercury, Saturn, any of the three in this house, any of the three, let's say one, so then the physical intimacy will be less.
In marriage.
Best is to have Venus. Wow,
Okay.
wow, wonderful. Venus. Wow. Okay, Moon is good. Okay.
So here, like people who go for second marriage, third marriage, at times,
Oh, I'll
multiple
come to that. I'll come to that.
marriages.
I'll come to that.
So and
So
then also we have to consider seventh house of D9,
no,
or we'll
no. So
change the process.
there are two things in this world. So one is monogamy, one is polygamy. So in Hinduism, we follow monogamy. Okay, one spouse at a time. Okay, right. So basically, how do you see change of job? You see the fifth house. Why? Because it is eighth from the tenth.
Hmm.
So anytime you need to see, oh, sir, when will I change the job? Wait for your fifth lord dasha, or see, check the prashna. If the tenth lord is coming to the fifth house, then you will change the job. Or fifth lord going to the tenth house, you will change the
Hmm.
job. Easy technique. Now, let's say that you want to see the second marriage. So the first marriage must break, then we can proceed to the second marriage because we practice monogamy. So seventh house, first marriage. Eighth from it is the second house, second
Second
marriage.
house.
8 from the second house is the ninth house, so that is the third marriage. 8 from the ninth house is the fourth house, that is the fourth marriage. 11th house is the fifth marriage, like that.
So basically 8 to 8 हमको count करना है.
8
7
to
से 8.
8. Now, interesting, आपने पहले मैरिज के लॉन्जिविटी के लिए देखा था एट्थ हाउस ऑफ द डी नाइन चार्ट व्हिच इज सेकंड फ्रॉम द सेवेंथ हाउस. अभी आप देखेंगे, सो सेकंड मैरिज हो गया, सेकंड हाउस है, तो अभी आप देखेंगे थर्ड हाउस को.
Okay.
ओके, सो या
Why?
सो बेसिकली,
Why?
या बिकॉज मैरिज का लॉन्जिविटी देखा जाता है सेकंड फ्रॉम द मैरिज हाउस से.
ठीक है.
That is why we see marriage longevity of the first marriage from the eighth house, because it is second from the seventh house.
Hmm.
Right? Now, if we want to check the longevity of the second marriage, we will see second from the second marriage house. Second marriage house is the second house. So second from second is third. Now, if you have a beautiful Saturn in the third house in the Navamsha, your second marriage is going to last. There you go.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay. And in fact, like if the third laws got exalted, in that case also we can say.
Wow. Wow. It's excellent. But the
Hmm.
problem is if the third lord is Jupiter and Jupiter is in one sign, but because Jupiter is MKS, Madana Karaka, so the marriage stability will be less. Madana
Okay.
Karaka concept you have to apply. Madana Karaka concept. Even in
So
own
there are a
sign,
lot more exceptions here.
yes, that comes with experience. So once you see charts after charts after charts after charts, you get the experience.
Okay. So the simple rule is to see the longevity of marriage, we'll look for the second house.
Yeah, yeah. And one more thing: if the eighth lord of the D9 chart is conjoined the D9 ascendant lord, conjoin the D9 ascendant lord, then also the marriage lasts a lifetime. Exception: if the D9 eighth lord is in the Navamsha Lagna, then the marriage is not good. Peculiar.
Okay. So there is no role of Lagna of D9 when we are considering marriage.
It's the tone of the marriage. It's very important. So, as I said, if you have Mars in the D9 Lagna, then you behave like a bachelor after marriage.
So that is the planet sitting there,
Hmm.
right? When we are considering the ascendant, how
Hmm.
we have to read, like there are some school of thoughts where they consider कि हमको D9 जो चार्ट रीड करना है वो एज अ इंडिपेंडेंट चार्ट रीड करना है.
Oh, that will be incorrect because let's say very good. So very good question. I will tell you why that is incorrect. So let's say that your sixth house is the house of celibacy breakups, right?
हाँ.
है ना? Hmm? Hmm. So maybe your sixth lord of the D1 chart is in the Amsha of the seventh house. So basically, you are a Aries ascendant, you are a Mesha Lagna. Your sixth lord is Mercury. Okay. Let's say Mercury is in Libra in the Navamsha. So it is in Viva Amsha. So despite being the sixth lord, it will promote marriage. So Navamsha D1 and D9 are connected.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Okay. So many
So
exceptions.
let's say that you are a Vargottam Lagna. So basically your Lagna of the Dean. So how does the Vargottam concept comes?
हाँ, yeah,
So
what is
how can
Vargotam? I mean, there's very less content on Vargotam,
okay,
D1 and
okay, okay.
D9.
I'll give a whole lot of knowledge. So I love Vargottam more than exaltation. I'll tell you why. Because I have Jupiter Vargottam. It means that I am having all the qualities of Jupiter.
You have all the qualification. I have Jupiter and my
Yeah.
Lagna, both
So
Vargotam.
Vargottam, so if you have Jupiter and Moon Vargottam, then you have all the qualities of the planet. Exaltation से नहीं मिलता. Exaltation से बस वो दोनों हाउस में अहंकार बढ़ता है.
So, और ये जो लग्न वर्गोत्तम कंसिडर होता है उसमें हम कैसे चेक करेंगे?
Longevity and health.
So, okay. So,
You're
understood.
strong. You're muscular, strong body. You can beat two people if your Lagna is
That
Vargottam.
is lagna वर्गोत्तम अगर
Yeah,
हो रहा
and
है.
also if Mars is Vargottam. So maybe there are some girls, okay, thin, okay, weighing 50 kgs. You see Mars Vargottam. You cannot beat that girl in arm wrestling. That Mars Vargottam means brute strength. Brute
Okay.
strength. Okay.
Rude strength.
Brute body strength, like Hulk.
अच्छा.
Okay. So Mercury Vargottam, very good with finances. Rahu Vargottam can push the limit, can break the norms of the society. And Rahu Ketu Vargottam, Shani Vargottam can withstand any amount of pain. Okay. Sun Vargottam, leadership. Ahem hota hai. Honest.
Ego.
Okay.
Ego,
Ego.
ahem, self
Ego.
respect,
So, Venus Vargottam,
authority.
artist, management, eye for detail. Okay. We are missing someone.
जुपिटर हो गया, मरकरी हो गया, मून हो गया, मार्स हो गया,
Moon
राहु हो गया,
Vargottam.
केतु
Moon,
हो गया. केतु नहीं
Moon
हुआ.
Ketu is all about that pushing the limits. So basically, Moon Vargottam, uh, best hostess. So you know Monica from Friends, the TV series, right?
I don't know. I never seen
Okay,
Friends.
okay. So let's say a very nice hostess. Okay,
Hmm.
so Moon is the motherly nature. So
Mother, nurturer.
nurturer, like a nurse. So that is the Vargota. So that's why I like exalted means my 10th lord is exalted. Okay, I have very high thoughts, high expectations from myself about the world.
ओके एंड यहाँ पे जैसे ये तो प्लैनेट का सिग्निफिकेशन हमने देखा है ना
हाँ,
वर्गोत्तम के अंदर।
हाँ,
अब यहाँ पे डू वी नीड टू चेक अबाउट द लॉर्ड, आई मीन वो कहाँ का लॉर्ड होके वर्गोत्तम हो रहा है। एंड एक और चीज पीपल सी इट, एक तो हाउस वर्गोत्तम होता है, एक होता है साइन वर्गोत्तम।
yeah, that's sign Vargotam.
तो
That is
व्हाट
sign.
इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, द वर्गोत्तम साइन इज इम्पोर्टेंट और हाउस इज कंसिडर्ड?
First of all, if you are a Vargottam Lagna, so let's say for me, I am a Makara Lagna in the D1 and Makara Lagna in the D9. So after marriage, I will not change.
ओके।
My wife might have to change for me. I am not. Okay, so
हम्म।
it's like my way or highway. Okay, so that's so naturally that person will be dominating. Okay, so that's what. Okay, so let's come to a very new topic, Navamsha Aruda, how your spouse sees you. Okay, so let's say that you are a Tula Lagna in the Navamsha and Venus is in the third house in Sagittarius, right? So maybe so Aruda Lagna will be in the fifth house in Kumbha, right?
हम्म।
And maybe you have Mars in Kumbha. So your spouse will be like, oh, why are you so angry all the time? Because Mars is the angry bachelor. Okay, but the good part is your spouse sees you someone who is very masculine, macho, can do anything. My husband, ठीक है मैं अपने बॉयफ्रेंड को कॉल करूंगी ना सब ठीक कर देगा. So that kind. Okay,
ओके।
and let's say you have Rahu over there, right? हमेशा वाइफ शक करेगी because whenever wife sees you, she sees you like Rahu, doubt करेगी. अरे ये चक्कर तो नहीं चला रहा किसी के साथ. Okay, if there is a debilitated planet, so then your wife will insult you.
हम्म।
Because debilitation means nicha. Nicha means
हम्म।
like Saturn. I don't know. Please give me something. I'm a
हम्म।
beggar. दो रुपए दे दो. Okay. So that is the concept of Navam Sharuda. So if a woman is having Venus over Navam Sharuda, then whenever the spouse sees her, he's seeing Venus. So basically, he's like totally into her. Okay? So these are very
ओके,
beautiful concepts of Navam Sharuda.
so
Okay.
that's how we have to look the Aruda Lagna in
In the Navam Sharuda.
Navamansha.
And in the D10 Aruda, how your boss sees you.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay. So that your image basically
In
in
the
office,
D60,
in your
D60 Aruda,
relationship,
D60 Aruda, how God sees you.
D60s. Okay.
How God sees you. Interesting. So if in your D60 Aruda there is a Mercury, God sees
Hmm.
you as a child, so He will not give you much responsibility. But let's say there is a Saturn, then God is like, लेना तो पड़ेगा responsibility.
Okay. I mean, there are, I have not explored D60 much. I
So
feel like
basically,
it's
this
very
is what you should
advanced.
do. Take the D9, take the D1 ninth lord because ninth house is the past, right? Past life, right? So take the D9, D1 ninth lord, check where it is in the D60 chart.
D60, D1 का
So
ninth lord कहाँ जा रहा है?
हाँ, तो वो बताएगा आपके पास्ट लाइफ में आप क्या थे क्या नहीं थे. If you have an exalted Mars over there, maybe then you were a soldier or something.
What is your call on pending karma?
Pending karma is a very new term that came into the market a couple of years ago, and I like it. I like the term because it is seen from the 12th house, right?
Hmm.
So basically, you can see it from the 12th house of the normal Lagna, D1 Lagna. Okay. Now, wherever that planet is, you have to do something related to that. So if you have
Hmm.
12th in the 11th house, do something for the society. And 11th house is the house of Danda, right? So you punish yourself and you serve the society. So people who are like not earning much but donating almost everything, someone like Mr. Late Ratan Tata, so earned so much but almost give it all away, right? So that is like the sacrifice for the society. So maybe if your 12th lord is in the 11th house, then you will sacrifice for the society.
Okay.
That can be one very simple form of pending karma. Okay.
And like these no marriage yogas are
Oh,
there.
very easy. I'll give you a simplest formula and your predictions won't fail. If a woman has no marriage or finds it very difficult to find a guy on matrimonial sites or whatever, that person will have 12th house Jupiter in the Navamsha If a man is finding it hard to find a woman, 12th house Venus in the Navamsha. Okay. Women are finding it very hard to conceive, Jupiter in Kumbha in the Navamsha.
Jupiter in Kumbh.
Kumbha in Aquarius in Navamsha.
Okay.
Easy, easiest formula, and it works with almost 100% accuracy. Not 100%, never 100, never say 100%. It's never. इस दुनिया में कुछ भी 100% नहीं होता.
Hmm. Exceptions are always
But
there.
but if it is more than 70%, it's a rule. Okay.
Okay. This is
No.
no marriage, or is it like hard to find?
12th of Jupiter, very difficult.
Very
Very,
tough, no?
very difficult. My goodness, very difficult. And if sixth lord is powerful, it's very difficult to get married. Sixth lord exalted. You. So basically, if the sixth lord is Marana Karaka, then the person becomes a nymphomaniac. Because sixth house is the celibacy.
Hmm.
Sixth house is the celibacy. So if let's say that sixth lord is, so let's say that Mesh Lagna, again Mesh Lagna, right? And sixth lord is Mercury. Okay. So if that Mercury is in the fourth house or seventh house, let's say seventh house MKS, then the person will be a sex addict.
Oh.
Because the element of celibacy is MKS, Maranaka. You got my point. Okay. And if sixth lord is in Kendra houses, then you like to be celibate. नो मैरिज नहीं. अभी क्या, अभी तो मुझे घूमना है, हिमाचल प्रदेश जाना है, शिमला जाना है, दार्जिलिंग जाना है. I have to do skydiving, adventure. Life is adventure. Why to get married? So that's like six lord in Kendra.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So if someone is asking that, please give me some gemstone that will help me get married, don't even. So there's, and let's say that planet is lording another good house along with the sixth house,
Hmm.
right? So don't give him that gemstone.
Achha.
So, so wear it after marriage.
Okay.
Wear it after
And
marriage.
and for gemstone, do we need to look into D9 chart, or is it
This is
just
what you can do. If the person is having health problems, give him the gemstone of the dispositor of moon in the D1 chart. Okay. And for money, you can give him the dispositor of the sun's chart, sun's dispositor of the D1. Now, here is the rule. Um, let's say you have Mars in the 10th house. Okay. So, as per the Vara Chakra, for a woman, the Jupiter will be eclipsed wherever Jupiter sits, because Mars in the 10th house will eclipse Jupiter as per the Vara Chakra. And maybe she is a Tula Lagna. Now, problem. Why would you give the gemstone of third and sixth lord to the woman? It's dangerous, right? But you want some happiness, maybe she wants children or something, right? So what do you do then? You give her a pokraj for some time until she gets married on the left hand, because if a planet is lording malefic houses, give that person the gemstone if required. You got my point, what I was
yeah?
trying to say. Now I'm willing to get into a very interesting topic, and the last part of our conversation. If you don't have any questions, obviously I'll keep time for the questions. So 64th Navamsh, right?
Hmm.
So don't need to calculate. Check where your moon is in the D9 chart and check the fourth Rashi from it. Okay.
That
Any
is a
planet,
64th March.
yeah, any planet in that Rashi will cause problem.
That will cause trouble in Dasha, Antardasha, or how we
Dasha,
have to look.
Antardasha, Pratyanta Dasha. Okay. Let's say
Hmm.
that you have a malefic. So basically, if you are considering ninth house of D9 Lagna as the ninth house, right? So then fourth house of the D9 chart will act as if it is the 12th house, right? So malefic in the fourth house of the D9 chart can make you bedridden in Dasha, health issues. Okay. And so D9 12th house will act as if it is the 8th house. So हमारे मरने के बाद जो हमारा 14 दिन तक श्राद्ध चलता है, okay, in that time the person's D9 12th house is activated. The soul tries to escape through that. So
Oh,
if you have any planet in the 12th house of the D9 chart, right, that planet is a dangerous maraka for you.
okay,
Let's say you have Mars in the 12th house in the D9 chart, and if you are a soldier or a policeman, you can die in an encounter.
okay. And no
So
matter
do
like if it's a Krur Graha or Soumya Graha.
Soumya Graha, maybe you have moon over there, right? So then you can sing, or you are doing something related to that. You are singing, and then you die. Okay?
So that's like how you're going to die. It is
Fall
seen
off,
from.
one of the indications. One of the
One of the
indications.
indication.
And from Navamsha, there is a technique how you can see that which dasha can be the Maraka. So let's say if you have Atma Karaka in the sixth house of the Navamsha, right? So your sixth Vimshottari dasha can be the Maraka.
Sixth, okay.
Interesting.
Sixth Vimshotri Dasha.
Can be
ठीक.
the Maraka. Generally, the odd Vimshottari dashas are bad. So
अच्छा.
generally the seventh Vimshottari dasha is the Maraka. Generally, for a full life.
So that is how we have to look in Vimshotri Dashas.
One of the
So
aspects.
okay, so that's altogether what we are doing here is we are analyzing the dashas as a separate. We are
Yeah,
not looking in
yeah.
chart.
So basically, yeah, basically, irrespective of where that planet is placed in the D1. So if your sixth dasha comes and your Atma Karaka is in the sixth house of the D9 chart, then your sixth dasha can be the Maraka dasha. Or maybe you fall sick time and again in that dasha.
Hmm.
Maybe you have an operation.
Okay, here come one more question, Anubhav. Uh, like like Maraka or Badakesh.
Oh, my favorite topic is Bhathakesh. I do that all the time. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll talk about Bhatak. Thank you for reminding me about Bhathakesh.
Hmm.
Bhathakesh is all about foreign. Okay, so let's say if you have Sun in the Badakstan, you can have success in the foreign land. So let's say you are a Tula Lagna. So basically, Sun is the lord of the Tula Lagna. That's why most Tula Lagna people go to foreign lands for studies or for job because their ninth and 12th lord are the same, Mercury, right? So basically, Sun in the Badakstan with the Badakesh, mega success in foreign land.
So Badaks basically it can send you to foreign land.
Yep, and will make you miserable over there. बिकॉज फॉरेन लैंड खाना आपका नहीं है फेस्टिवल्स आपके नहीं है लोग आपके नहीं है आप बंधे हुए महसूस करते हो ठीक है सो
हाँ
बाधक
हाँ.
इज टेक यू अब्रॉड सो दैट्स व्हाई राहु इज फॉरेन बिकॉज राहु इज द नेचुरल बाधका
Natural Badaka.
because it is lording kumbha right so the aquarius जो ज्योतिर्लिंग है जो एक्वेरियस को दर्शाता है दैट इज बेसिकली केदारनाथ इट्स लाइक बाधक
Hmm.
अबाउट 6 months बर्फ होता है वहाँ पे आप जा नहीं सकते यू गेट माय पॉइंट so that's how you see Badakesh. Now, Badakesh in the seventh house, the marriage feels like a bondage.
So wherever Badakesh sits, there you'll feel like a bondage.
And disease also comes from that. And the बाधा का disease सबसे खतरनाक क्यों होता है बाधक स्थान पे सोचो कि आपका बृहस्पति बैठ गया बाधक स्थान पे
हाँ.
ठीक so maybe you are a Taurus ascendant and you have ninth house Brihaspati, right? So then Brihaspati is fat and kapha. So fat and kapha can be big problems in your life.
Okay. And how like when Badakesh is moving to six from its place, 12th, yeah, or like it is just simply going 12, 6, 8.
So basically,
Is it
Badakesh
going
in the
to decrease the effect of
no,
Badak?
no, that's a
Or it
wrong
will
concept.
increase it?
That's a wrong concept. So here is what is said. Badakesh in the eighth house, huge debts.
Okay.
Okay. Badakesh in the sixth house, huge problems with health. Hmm? Badakesh in the 12th house, it is said no Badha. No Badha. So you don't have Badakesh. Badakesh in the 12th house. But in my experience, when I was analyzing Badakesh in the 12th house dashas, those people went to hospitals.
Those people,
Went to hospitals.
hospitals
In the 12th house Badaka dasha.
in the 12th house Badakesh.
So Badakesh in the 8th house, I already know huge debts. They don't take big debts, please. If you are taking,
Because it is in 12th house or in general, like they've gone to hospital.
so basically, it's the
Can
12th
we
house.
say like they'll go to some foreign place or different place, isolated place, or
Yeah,
maybe jail?
they can in the dasha, in the dasha. That's why it takes them to hospitals. But it's not good. Badak is not a good planet.
Hmm.
It will cause the problem. Okay.
Okay.
But what about Taurus ascendant? Shani is the Badaka and the Yoga Karaka. So it will cause the problem and give Rajयोग.
दोनों चीज होगी.
हाँ, काटे का मुकुट. ठीक है.
कांटे का मुकुट है, हाँ ठीक, चुभेगा भी लेकिन अथॉरिटी के साथ
हाँ,
में.
but anyways, any kind of Raja Yoga is काटे का मुकुट. Any kind.
Hmm.
So basically, that's the Badhaka. Now, Badhakesh,
Marak. How to look
Badhakesh,
Marakas?
I'll tell you. If Badhakesh is sitting sixth from the sun, because sixth from the sun is the health issue. So let's say you have Jupiter 6 from the sun. That means please lose body fat. You will have lots of visceral fat. Please lose it. If
That's
let's
seen
say
from D1 or D9? D1.
D1, D1, D1. Okay. Maraka. Maraka means now there is a big question. Oh, second house is money, sustenance. How is it a Maraka? It is not. Okay. आपके पास एक कटोरे में बहुत सारा राइस है. अगर आपने वो पूरा खा लिया आप मर जाओगे क्योंकि उसके बाद तो आपके पास खाना नहीं बचेगा. So that
हाँ.
is the second house.
अच्छा.
That's how second house is a Maraka, right? Seventh house is the serious Maraka. Oh my goodness. So eighth house is the house of longevity. 12th from it is the loss of the longevity. So that is seventh house is the Maraka. Eighth from it is the pada of the eighth house. Third house. So third house is also longevity. 12th from it is 12th from it is second house. So second house also becomes the Maraka. Now, if you have second lord in the third house, seventh lord in the eighth house, eighth in seventh, third in second, that dasha will be Maraka dasha.
That will be really tough.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Marak and Badhak. So you have little bit clear concept about the Badhak and Marak now?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So that's what I
It's,
think. So,
it's, it's a lot more knowledge.
yeah. Yeah.
I need a good time to apply it on the different charts. I've
Apply
been
every.
looking into charts from different perspective as of now. I was not considering Rashi Drishtis.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And also you might want to use Jaimini Charadasha, Narayan Dasha.
I recently started learning that.
Okay, fantastic. And you can also
Before that,
use.
I was completely into Vedic, Parashari and all.
No, no,
But
this is Vedic. This is Vedic. Jaimini is Vedic. Jaimini is the
हाँ,
grandson of
so
Krishna.
हाँ मतलब अभी मैं I'm exploring it more of Charkarakas, Jamini Sutrams. So I'm reading out few books. If you can suggest some good books to start with.
Jaimini Upadesha Sutaras.
Hmm.
Upadesha Sutaras. Okay. And
Okay.
one thing, Maharshi Parashara expects that we are all intelligent.
Hmm.
Okay, Maharshi Parashar, his attitude is like, okay, why do I need to explain? These guys are intelligent; they will figure it out,
Yes.
right? Maharshi Jaimini says, oh, these people are so dumb. I need to specify.
I need to explain.
Okay, oh, these are really dumb people. They don't maintain celibacy for 25 years. ये
Okay.
गधे हैं ये सब तो इनके लिए थोड़ा सा अच्छे से लिखना पड़ेगा. Okay, so very dumb people from Kali Yuga because उस समय पे जो ज्योतिषी होते थे, oh my goodness. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll give you the formula who can become an astrologer. Formula number one: your Karanasha should be connected to the fifth or eighth house. Okay. Number two, your Atma Karaka should be connected to the 11th house.
11th house.
11th house of the D1 chart. Number three, you should have Guru Shukra Yoga.
I have.
Okay. Now you have Guru Shukra Yoga. Number four is that 10th Lord from the moon in fifth or eighth house, or in 11th
10th
house.
Lord from the moon.
Yeah, 10th
Yes.
Lord from the moon is in third, fifth, eighth, or 11th
It is
house.
in 5th house.
Good astrology. Fantastic. Fantastic. So basically, that's how you see it. So I was gonna say that yeah, the Guru Shukra Yoga. Okay, so Shukra is the eyes, netra. Hmm? So when you have Guru's drishti or Guru conjoined Shukra, the person is natural predictor. Natural predictor. Wow,
Okay.
natural predictor. Okay, Guru Shukra Yoga. Guru Shukra Yoga is absolutely important for Jyotish. And Karanesha का connection होना ही पड़ेगा fifth or eighth house. Otherwise, you will not be good. Okay. Something has to be there. Something has to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
that's
should be
why
in D9 or in D1?
D1, D1, D1. Okay. So लोग बोलते हैं कि without D10 you cannot predict the career. दो मुझे chart. I will tell you how to predict. Okay. It's
Okay.
easy. You can do it. If you are a very good astrologer, then you
Hmm.
will be able to understand almost everything from the D1, right? Then, but you definitely need D9, D10, D45, D20, D16, D4, all these things you need. Okay. I'm not denying that, but you should be able to predict everything from the D1. If you are a very good Jyotishi, if you are a very, very good Jyotishi, if you are a bad Jyotishi, you will make excuses. Okay. So if you talk about great astrologers, great Vedic astrologers, best Vedic astrologers, they have studied Western astrology. That's why they are so great.
Okay.
We have arrogance. We have arrogance. Oh no, apna best hai, apna India best hai. But they don't have arrogance. They want to learn. Yeah. Imagine The number of people telling me that tarot doesn't work. I say,
No, it
भाई,
does. It does.
अरे कि भाई आप क्या ही बताऊं मैं, ठीक है, इससे ज्यादा एक्यूरेट तो कुछ है ही नहीं, टैरो से ज्यादा एक्यूरेट, ठीक है। सारी दुनिया गलत हो सकती है, मेरा इंटरप्रिटेशन वैदिक चार्ट देख के गलत हो सकता है, मैं ह्यूमन एंड इट्स द साइंस ऑफ द ऋषिज, बट टैरो तो पिक्चर में बता देगा ना कि ये आया है, तो चलो इजी होता है ना। तो मैं ऑन अ डेली बेसिस टैरो बहुत यूज करता हूँ,
हम्म।
एंड आई
सो
यूज प्रश्न।
ओके, सो जब मैंने आपसे पूछा था कि पॉडकास्ट करना है, हैव यू यूज टैरो?
नो, आई डिडंट यूज एनीथिंग। मुझे
ओके।
बस मुझे बस एक फेलो वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजर से बात करना था, और लोगों के
अच्छा।
पास थोड़ा सा, और सो बेसिकली बेसिकली आई वाज सीइंग रील्स कि अगर आपका मूलांक 4 है 5 है तो देन आई वाज लाइक एस्ट्रोलॉजी को कितना नीचे गिरा दिया है इन लोगों ने, राइट।
हाँ।
नाउ पीपल आर सेइंग कि अगर आपका जन्म 1 तारीख को हुआ है तो आप इन तारीख में जन्म जन्मे लोगों के साथ शादी कर सकते हो। आई वाज लाइक ओ माय
आई मीन
गुडनेस।
सीरियसली, दिस इज
Okay.
समथिंग व्हिच इवन
So,
आई
so
फील कि
yeah, so
नहीं होना
then I
चाहिए।
suddenly looked at your chat, not looked at your chat, looked at your page, looked at your YouTube channel. I saw that, oh, she talks about some good astrology stuff. Okay, Vedic. Okay. Then I said,
हाँ,
oh my God, and my main motive is to inspire
करेक्ट।
people to get out of the Western numerology or the Chaldean numerology and follow Vedic numerology. Numerology is a wonderful science. इससे अच्छा साइंस हो ही नहीं सकता, ठीक है। कि अगर आप किसी नए जॉब में गए और अगर आपका एम्प्लॉय आईडी का एडिशन नंबर, ठीक है, एक ऐसे प्लेनेट का नंबर हुआ जो कि आपके चार्ट में मारा ना कर रखे, देन वो जॉब आपको ले डूबेगा, ठीक है,
हाँ हाँ।
ले डूबेगा, ठीक है। लेट्स से योर 10th लॉर्ड इज मे बी सैटर्न एंड सैटर्न इज इन 11th हाउस, सैटर्न का नंबर हो गया 8 and your employee ID addition is 8, then you will work hard, you will get the promotion, you will get rewards because Saturn is in 11th house. But maybe you have Ketu in the 4th house और आपके employee ID का addition आया 7, ठीक है, तो 7 होता है केतु का नंबर, तो वो जॉब आपको ले डूबेगा। और बाधाकेश आ गया तो आप बहुत टाइम तक स्विच नहीं कर पाओगे क्योंकि वो बाधा है। So that's how wonderful you can use Vedic numerology. Why do you need Chaldean? Why do you need to make Loshu grid?
हाँ,
Loshu,
उसकी
Loshu
लोशो
grid
ग्रिड।
is a wonderful technique. I love Loshu grid. I am a fan of Losho grid. But मैं उससे किसी का शादी कैसे फिक्स कर दूं? I need to check. Come on, man. Do you have किसी
So for marriage check, like, do you match Namasha as well, or you just look from D1 chart?
I have a very
And
bad. I have a
how
very
accurate it work for like
so basically,
marriage?
I have two expertise. One is career and one is marriage. But right now, because I have Venus Atma Karaka, मैंने आज तक मैचिंग में गलती नहीं किया।
Okay.
Yeah,
So can you give like
and
few
I
points as a tip for marriage
oh
making?
yeah. So so this is going to make lots of people very angry on me. Whenever I see Mars, Rahu, Ketu, Saturn in the seventh house, I reject the chart. Not
You
Saturn,
s-
but the three Mars, Rahu, Ketu in the seventh house of the D1, I reject the chart. No chance.
you
So
don't read chart.
no, I reject the chart immediately. So I open the chart, I see Mars 7, reject. बंद करो उसको. One
Okay.
side. Now that person can be your boyfriend for 20 years. I don't care. I'm rejecting the chart. As a Jyotishi, I'm rejecting. बाकी आप देख लो. And that's why many people hate me. They should. I don't. I agree with them. I'm on their side.
And may I know the reason for it, like why you do that?
मंगल सेवन काम नहीं करता। इस जेनजी के टाइम पे ये इस शताब्दी में मंगल सेवन तोड़ के रखेगा उसको। अच्छा नहीं, हो ही नहीं सकता अच्छा। 1980 का चार्ट देख लो, मंगल सेवन, और डोंट वरी, आई से 1977 का चार्ट आया, ओ आपके मैरिज में थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम रही होंगी शायद, आई सी राहु राहु एंड सैटर्न इन द सेवंथ, आई से थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम रहा होगा, बोला हाँ हाँ पर ठीक ही है, आई नो दैट
हाँ,
पुराने
पहले
चार्ट्स
लोगों में
में।
पेशेंस बहुत था ना।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, आई सी 1995 चार्ट, आई सी मार्च सेवन, अच्छा हो गया डिवोर्स, हाँ से पैदा हो गया सेकंड मैरिज के बाद, चलो सेकंड
अच्छा, सेवेंथ हाउस और सेवेंथ राशि।
हाउस। सो
ओके।
ओ सो
लिब्रा, लिब्रा और सेवेंथ हाउस।
I don't understand the question.
I mean, I said like you mentioned if Mars is in Libra or
Oh no,
Mars is
Mars
in
in Libra,
seventh house.
Mars in Libra is okay. Mars in Libra is okay.
Okay, Mars
Mars
in
in
Libra is okay, but then
seventh house.
seventh
No,
house it is not.
no. So I reject charts with Mars 7, Rahu 7, Ketu 7. I know the disaster is coming. और नॉर्थ इंडिया में स्पेशली इन पंजाबीज, स्पेशली इन पंजाबीज, सो पंजाबीज एंड हरियाणवीज, बिकॉज आई हैव मोस्ट ऑफ माय क्लाइंटल फ्रॉम हरियाणा एंड पंजाब, तो उनका रोगा होता है पहले और उसके बाद शादी होता है, ठीक है। और दोनों के बीच में बहुत ज्यादा गैप रहता है। तो जिन जिन
हम्म।
लोगों का केतु 7th हाउस में है, जो भी है एक दिन में करो, बिकॉज बीच में अगर गैप लाए तो वो टूट जाएगा।
मतलब ओके, अगर सेवेंथ हाउस में केतु है तो सेम डे रोका, सेम डे शादी।
हाँ एकदम एकदम, बिकॉज केतु इज अ मास्टर ऑफ ब्रेकिंग एंगेजमेंट्स।
हम्म।
एंजॉय ना, होने दो, मैं अपना खेल उसके बाद दिखाऊंगा। ओके, एंड सेवेंथ हाउस बेनिफिक, सेवेंथ हाउस ऑफ द D1 चार्ट बेनिफिक, you'll say, first you say that you love me, then I will tell you I love you। ओके, सेवेंथ हाउस मेलेफिक, मंगल शनि केतु, वो दीवाना है, मतलब वो मतलब हाथ काटेगा, खून से सिंदूर पहनाएगा, बॉलीवुड। ठीक है, सो आई ऑलरेडी नो इफ अ पर्सन इज कमिंग टू मी विद टू मेलेफिक्स इन द सेवेंथ हाउस, मुझे ऑलरेडी पता है ये दीवाना है, इसका दिमाग काम नहीं करता, और किसी के साथ भी प्यार में आएगा, और जिसके साथ प्यार करता है वो टॉक्सिक बंदी है या फिर बंदा है।
हम्म।
आई ऑलरेडी नो, टू मच पैशन। बेनिफिक्स, पहले मुझे तो बोलो कि पसंद करते हो, फिर मैं देख सोचूंगा, आई थिंक जुपिटर इन द सेवेंथ हाउस, वीनस इन द सेवेंथ हाउस, बट मेलेफिक्स, टू मच पैशन, बॉलीवुड।
तो ये पार्टनर ऐसा मिलेगा या पर्सन खुद ऐसा होगा?
सो सेवेंथ हाउस में, जो सेवेंथ हाउस इज द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ द मैरिज। Okay, experience and your attitude both।
हम्म।
Okay, so if you have a seventh house Rahu, then the experience of the first marriage will be like Rahu, so either you marry a foreigner who speaks a different language, or you are a cheater maybe, okay, or you might get cheated because the experience is of the Rahu, right? Now who is the spouse? The spouse is the seventh lord. So if you have seventh lord in the, so if you have seventh lord exalted, the spouse will have wonderful health, because
हम्म।
seventh lord is the health of the spouse. So if you have seventh lord in Dosthana, the spouse will have ill health.
हम्म। ओके।
Seventh lord मारा
आई
ना करे।
रिमेम्बर वन चार्ट, उसका
Yeah.
सेवेंथ हाउस में देयर वाज अराउंड 5 प्लैनेट्स,
Yes. Okay.
एंड उसका शादी लव मैरिज हुआ,
Hmm.
10 इयर्स का रिलेशनशिप था,
Hmm.
एंड शादी होने के बाद में उसकी वाइफ ने सुसाइडल अटेम्प्ट किया मल्टीपल टाइम्स,
My goodness.
एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट he struggled a lot to get divorced. It took almost 2, 3, 4 years. Finally
He
he's divorced.
he could just worship the second lord from the Upapad Lagna Sukra Devi.
Yeah, so finally he's divorced, and he called me that finally it's done. So but
Congratulations.
then he struggled a lot because of that marriage. So
Yeah.
here like come one more question. If seventh house is so much damaged,
Hmm.
so what are the probability of successful marriage in
Very
second,
less.
like
Now,
the second
nowadays,
marriage?
now it is very less. Now it is very less. Now it is
Okay.
very less.
Any which way, seventh lord affects a lot. And what is
Very,
the role of
very,
Venus here?
वीनस तो द गॉडेस है, ठीक है, प्यार मोहब्बत और शादी का, ठीक है ना? तो वीनस से आपको 11th और 12th देखना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। तो अगर 11th और 12th फ्रॉम वीनस में अगर मेलेफिक है तो आपको मुश्किल देगा वो, शादी करने में मुश्किलें पैदा करेगी, और रिलेशनशिप में आने में मुश्किलें पैदा करेगी। और सेकंड फ्रॉम वीनस में अगर मेलेफिक है तो रिलेशनशिप में आने के बाद उसको टिकाने में मुश्किलें पैदा करेगी। वीनस शुड बी अलोन। वीनस हैज अ प्रॉब्लम विद एवरीबॉडी।
Hmm.
वीनस से ज्यादा इगोइस्टिक प्लेनेट कुछ है ही नहीं। लोग सोचते हैं नो मार्स इज कॉम्पिटेटिव,
लोग लोग सन को कंसिडर करते हैं।
कुछ है ही, वीनस इज द लाइक, माय गुडनेस। आई हैव वीनस आत्मा कारका एंड इट इज इन माय फिफ्थ हाउस इन टॉरस। whenever my Venus dasha comes, I'm like I'm the best। वीनस बहुत 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 ज्यादा, आई डोंट वांट टू यूज अ बैड वर्ड बट इट्स वेरी डेंजरस, ओके, बिकॉज वीनस इज द सीमेन, तो उसको पहले से ही वो कॉम्पिटिटिव है कि मुझे पहले जाके घुसना है वहां पे, ठीक
हाँ।
है। सो
हाँ।
बेसिकली
हाँ।
वीनस इज डेंजरस, इज वेरी कॉम्पिटिटिव, वेरी कॉम्पिटिटिव, माय गुडनेस, वीनस का जो कॉम्पिटिटिव नेचर है। सो बेसिकली इफ यू वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड वीनस, यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड योर टीनेज गर्लफ्रेंड।
टीनेज
ऑलवेज
कैसा रहता
कॉलिंग यू, ऑलवेज नैगिंग, ऑलवेज बहाना कर रही है, एकदम वो
है? ओके।
डेंजरस। आई गिव दिस
लव।
एनालॉजी, ओके, आई गिव दिस एनालॉजी। पर याद है जो पहली गर्लफ्रेंड आपकी बनी थी, कैसी थी? हाँ सर, हमेशा कॉल करती थी, बातें करना पड़ता था, एंड बात बात पे रूठ जाना, दैट इज वीनस। बात बात पे रूठ जाना, दैट इज वीनस। And when it is like in own sign, especially Taurus, Taurus is dangerous। उसका
हाँ।
ईगो, मंगल से सन से दुगना हाई होता
वीनस में।
है। अहम
हम्म।
वीनस में जो अहम है ना, अहम, और उसमें डिमोनिक एनर्जी,
हम्म।
has a
यस।
demonic energy. It's very powerful. Negative energy is more quicker and more powerful than positive energy, because our species survived through negativity, not positivity. Our species survived through negativity.
हम्म। That's lovely. Okay, so Anubhav, like, if any of our viewers would like to connect to you, how they can connect to you? Do you have
My
any?
Instagram page Ayurveda Astrology,
Huh?
and for the Bengali viewers, I have a small page Ayurveda Bangla. Okay, you can follow me in
Okay,
both places, or you can just call me for personal consultations. And I
okay.
hope that you would give my
And
personal.
that will be via Instagram only, or there's any another
You
mode?
can directly contact me in WhatsApp, and you can
Hmm.
directly DM me in Instagram. Okay, but मैं रिप्लाई देने में थोड़ा लेट करता हूँ।
थोड़ा ज्यादा देर करता हूँ।
हाँ, ज़्यादातर बेसिकली
थोड़ा
बेसिकली
ज्यादा
yeah,
देर
because I'm
करता
always busy with consultations, so basically मैं दिन में बहुत सारे consultations करता हूँ, और that's why it's very hard for me to manage. So,
हूँ। हम्म।
but I try my best to be at your service ASAP. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I would like to invite you once again
Okay.
with
Sure.
lot more questions. We'll see. जो भी viewers के questions आते हैं, we'll pick that topic and then we'll discuss more. I mean, no,
Absolutely.
definitely this is not going to the last podcast. This
Okay,
is
okay.
the start.
Yeah, so I hope that D9 पे मैंने एक अच्छा सेशन और अच्छा knowledgeable सेशन में डिलीवर कर पाया. So I'm very happy, and please be interested in Vedic astrology, and please follow genuine astrologers. Okay, if someone is saying that I'm a Shastri, so please check if that person is a master of Shastras. If not, then that person is not a Shastri. Please check if someone is saying that I'm a gold medalist. Please see from where did he get the gold medal. Okay,
Hmm.
which authority gave him, or he gave him to himself. Okay,
हाँ,
if
these
someone
days
is,
lot of frauds are going
yeah,
on.
if you see someone is calling himself Pandit, please check his credentials. Please see if he can speak or read Sanskrit at least. I cannot. That's why I do not add those titles to my name, because that's a degradation of those titles. Okay, because I just cannot add a Saraswati under my name. Okay, it's not possible. So that's why you have to respect our tradition. You have to respect our tradition. You have to respect the ancient Vedic tradition. You have to be respectful to the masters of astrology. Okay, then only you will be able to learn through Vedic astrology. Astrology is a form of helping other people, not of earning money. If yes, it is my main source of earning right now, and that's why I have so much respect from it, so much respect for it. Okay, or you should have so much very high level of respect for your profession. Okay, because the goal is not to become the richest astrologer. Okay, the goal is to become a guide to the common people. Okay,
So that
that's
people
what
can
matters.
get the right guidance.
Yes, that's what matters. Okay?
True. Very true.